Okay, Cat Ramsey is going to try to join in, but for this video, we are going to now add some furniture other than the bed. So for your projects, you guys need to have at least 3 large items of furniture. So that could be a bed, a desk, and a nightstand. It could be a chair. Get out of here. So whatever you'd like to add is kind of up to you. I'm going to show you kind of putting a desk in here because I think that's something that people would be likely to add. So for the desk, this is going to be, again, the same exact process as doing any type of furniture. You're going to start with the flat shape or whatever is next to us. So if I'm going to be putting, oh my goodness, if I'm going to, this is what I deal with. Okay, so I'm going to put a desk here. What I need to do is I need to figure out first kind of how big I want the desk to be. So for that, I'm going to start by putting, oh my God. Okay, well, I'm going to start by putting the flat shape of the bed in. So, or of the desk. So I'm going to say, I want the desk to be, kind of waist height. If the door handle would be about here, I feel like that's kind of where that would go. So I'm kind of thinking this tall, and again, I want it to come away from the wall a little bit so it's not kind of in the wall. So I'm thinking kind of this space. And then if it's a desk, I'm going to have it be open and kind of have, this is that other side of the desk. So I kind of give myself a shape like that. That's the flat side of the desk that's facing us. So now what I would do is, again, go in and make these lines nice and straight and kind of make that a flat shape. This is not. All right, so I need to fine tune this a little bit, but this is basically the flat edge of my desk. I feel like that's a little tall. I kind of want to move that down a bit just because it seems kind of high up looking at this now. So I'm going to put that just a little bit lower and bring the top of the desk down to about there. And again, get rid of any of those lines that you don't need so that they're not distracting. We've got basically shape like this. I just need to put in the flat lines for the bottom. Would not recommend doing this while a cat is on you. It's not easy, but it's doable. Okay. So we've got the basic kind of flat shape of the desk here like this. So now what we're going to do is the same exact process as always. We take that flat shape, we connect it to the vanishing point to get the angle of the desk. So I'm going to line this up. Just going to very carefully connect to the vanishing point. I don't need my desk to go into my back wall, so I can kind of stop there if I want. Extend those corners out. Okay, so we're going to get something that kind of looks like this. I would do the inside corners too, because those guys you may see. And we've got this. So now we just figure out again where we want the desk to end. So I'm going to decide kind of how wide I want the back to be. I'm going to make a little dash where I'd like that to end. and I'm going to just put a nice horizontal line, should be parallel to my horizon line, and just add that in for the back of the desk. So just between those two orthogonal lines. The vertical line here. So now I've got kind of a better sense of my desk. I'm going to, again, just get rid of anything that I really don't need so it's not distracting or confusing. And now what I've got to do is I'm going to figure out this side of the desk. It does have, you know, a three-dimensional leg on it, so I want to make sure that I do a straight line, but give it, you know, this has a side, this should have a side, and then I need to connect that corner to the vanishing point to get this flat edge. So I'm going to do that. Like that. And then at this point, I need to just put in, you know, that back vertical line. So that should stay nice and straight on this side, which is going to show us that angle. And then we're going to show that inside angle, which should be a flat line right there. So that will essentially look something like that. Again, use your ruler when you're doing this, but I'm just going to erase those. A little bit more obvious. And then we would get rid of, again, any of that flooring that's coming into the shape of this desk so that it's just a solid desk. Like that. You could put a chair into the desk, so if you wanted to, again, that would be, you know, starting with the flat shape of the chair. So we do it kind of flat here. We'd figure out how tall we want that edge to be, kind of block it out like this, and then we would again connect to the vanishing point to get the angle of that chair. It's the same exact process as we would do, let's see, probably the back of that a little bit, like for the desk. And again, if you wanted to put, let's say you want to put a nightstand in, that would be kind of, you know, starting a little further from the bed, but starting with your flat shape, putting in a rectangle, connecting to the vanishing point, ending it, and that will give you kind of like a nightstand. You could put drawers in it. That will kind of, you know, lamp if you want to add a lamp in. Something like this. You know, those are all things that are going to make this look more like your space. And that's it.